Hey YouTube, ZeroMagnumX here. It is update time. First, I'm going to talk a little bit. This will just be the background so you guys can look at it. Alright, first off, for all my Vanguard players, I want you guys to talk to me and let me know what decks you'd like to see face off against each other. That would be helpful on your end to help me on mine. Just a quick announcement. The next one I'm probably going to feature, just so you know, is a Bermuda Triangle versus whatever deck I feel like. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Okay, announcement number 2. For those of you who watch me for Magic the Gathering, right, I'm doing all 3 Gatecrash pre-releases, just so everybody knows. I'm going to be doing Demure for the midnight, the Orzhov, or however you say it, for Saturday, and then Sunday I'm going with Gruul, which is a little bit different than what I'm, typically showing on the channel, what kind of player I am. But I think Blood Rush is just ridiculous in Limited. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Originally, I was going to do Demir, Simic, and Orzhov, but after seeing the spoilers, I think I'm going to hit Gruul on Sunday. So that'll be the ones I personally use. If you guys want to talk about which ones you used and how well you did, go ahead and leave a comment below. Right now, finally, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists that watch my channel. I'm going to go over to a deck that's going to be real life very soon. I ordered pieces for it already. I have most of it outside of the 2 I ordered. So I'm going to show you it. And I'm going to say this before I start. I really couldn't find room for Dragodia. This fits my playstyle for Mermails. It doesn't have to fit yours. So I'm just going to go over real quick what it looks like. This is what I'm using. It's been successful. So we have a Gores. We have 1 Megalo, 1 Abyssal Seed, or Abyss Lead. My apologies. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Abyss Tias. 2 Abyss Spike. By the way, if you can use him when he's special summoned off of like Abyssal Linde, let me know, because that's how we've been using him at locals. If we're wrong, that'd be good to know. But it says when this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can discard a water monster. So I'd imagine you'd still be able to get your trigger effect off of this because you meet the requirements. Anyway, 3 Atlantean Dragoons, 3 Marksmen, 2 Heavy Infantry, 3 Diva. I still like having triple Diva. It's never a bad card for me, personally. She's always live for this deck, especially since the extra deck is the way it is now. 3 Undyne, 3 Controller. Okay, I want to make a note right here before anyone says, don't run 3 Controller. I have to. Every stinking time I run 2 Controller, my hands end up 1 Undyne, 2 Controller. I'm not joking. So there's almost absolutely no way to cycle it back in the deck. This card loves to show up. So I run 3 Controller. It was something I even had to do way back whenever I did the Gen X Quick Draw deck and Gen X Monarchs with, the Frog engine. I just had to have 3 Controller because of the way I shuffle and the way it cuts, the way Dueling Network shuffles. For some reason, I have bad luck with this card. Just wanted to get that out of the way. That's the only reason I'm running 3. I know it's a bad idea to run 3, but that's the reason I have to run 3, because for some reason I'm cursed with cards like that. Okay, 3 Space Typhoon, 1 Heavy, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Mind Control, 1 Reborn, 1 Avarice. Pretty staple, pretty standard. 3 Abyss Sphere, 1 Judgment, and Double Warning. Alright. Real quick. I'm going to make mention of this. I know most of you guys are used to me doing more non-meta type decks, and that's fine. But the reason I'm doing Mermails for the meta is because I love how they play. They just, I don't know why, they just remind me about how monarchs function in a similar fashion, like without the tributing and stuff like that. I mean, they're able to get strong monsters into play and create nice combos and nice board states. That's why I like them. So I'm not normally a meta player, but I'm enjoying the Mermail Atlantean deck quite a bit. Okay. My extra deck in real life is a little bit different from this. I have Gaga Cowboy in it. I think I took out Magical Android and maybe Gaia Knight. And I think I have a Utopia and a Gaga Cowboy in my real life deck. I'm just letting you guys know. And eventually that Utopia will probably end up being an Abyss Dweller. That's the general plan. I just don't have one right now. Okay, anyway, so Leviathan Dragon. One Zen mains, because, you know, in Zen mains. One Abyss Gaios, I guess you could say. I'm testing him out because we have 2 Six Samurai decks at the den. That's where I play the player's den. So this guy shuts down Xian for me, and he helps fight against Dark Worlds. So he's more so tech. I mean, that's just my local meta. That's why he's in there. Number 11, Big Eye. I shouldn't have to explain him. Bahamut Shark. Love this guy so much, and you wouldn't believe how easy it is to make him. Catastor, because everyone needs Alley Cat. Android, like I said, I took that out, but if you're looking for more of a synchro deck than Xyz's deck, she's your gal to go to because she can give you some life points back. I don't know, she's always been alright for me to use. Gaia Knight, I shouldn't have to explain him, he's a generic go-to level 6. Armory Arm, I'll get back to this card. Hyper Librarian, because if you do synchro out a few times, it's nice. People have asked me multiple times, why do you run Hyper Librarian? It's because they saw Librarian into Armory Arm into attach for 3,400 and draw a card. So, not the biggest play, especially for what this deck can do, but it's there. It's giving you card advantage, and we have a synchrocentric deck at our local establishment, or at least the possibility of one. It's like a zombie plant synchro deck. So I can lay this guy out in the field and just be like, go ahead and synchro off and I'll draw a bunch of cards. He's kind of like a reverse Max C without messing up my deck's consistency game 1. Okay, Gungnir Dragon of the Ice Barrier. I shouldn't have to explain him either. Stardust. Shouldn't have to explain Black Rose, and I shouldn't have to explain Scout Dragon. Okay, back to Armor Arm. This card is nuts in this deck. If you're not playing with this guy, find room in the extra deck to put him in. This guy attached to Megalo Abyss usually means you win the game. And given that you run 3 Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm, 3 Marksmen, and 2 Infantry, it's not that hard to get rid of opponents' back rows. Just something to consider, guys. This is really, really off-the-wall ridiculous and very, very powerful. So, it's probably one of the reasons Trigodia is ran. But on that same token, Trigodia is big enough, you're still 3,400. That's insane. If you're wondering how you can do that, you get your Abyss Sphere off, get this guy out, summon Diva, summon this guy, get another summon, I don't know, like that or something. Say they don't have back rows and you were lucky. And then you can set up and then swing twice. Okay, if it's not game, it's really close. But it adds to the OTK element. I'm just mentioning that now. Try it out. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Alright, well, at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this update video. Remember, Gatecrash. Go into it. Let me know what you guys are playing. It'd be cool to know. Mermail deck. And like I said, for Vanguard, let me know what card fight you guys want to see. Alright, YouTube, peace, and I hope you enjoyed this update video. ZeroMagnumX out. Later, guys.